Actually, I'm gonna give some of this feedback online too. Just realized I was giving team feedback on a separate screen, and I should just be doing this online. So I was just going to respond to our artist Zach. So looking at our Discord, I was just going to ask Zach to send me a link to the forest bricks. But then I got to looking at this bat. This is our initial blockout for the bat, and so first of all, I'm gonna like it. And then second of all, I'm going to leave just a few comments. Love the progress. Jovi's, this is my problem, is doing all this live and actually having to talk through my thought process. Super fun. Jovi's side view. The side view of the bat had an extended muzzle, so I'm just going to let them know that. Right now, I feel like the body is too large, so let's try shrinking the body down by half. Separate the wings. Yeah, I think let's try head equals large, wings equal medium, and body equals small. Love it. And then at Zach, it looks like the forest blocks never got added to the game. If you could send me a link to those, I can get them added for the forest levels. Also the barriers. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. That's communication. That's communication. But if y'all are interested, this is a little bat character we're gonna have in the cave. We had a little drawing here of this is kind of cool, of how that bat character is gonna swoop down, do a little it's gonna do a little spin, then swoop down and fly over the player. Actually, I love these drawings. These are awesome, and kind of show how the cave bat system will work. And then in the forest level, we're gonna have a fish splashing in and out of the water and up over the play area to hit the player. Here's a little animation test for the fish. Super cute. So that'll be jumping in and out of the water. I love the blocky shape and those googly eyes on it. Here's the barriers I was talking about. And the invincible blocks. Yes, we're adding invincible blocks to the game. That's perfect. This was the last update on the forest and some other block things. The heart models will be changing too. This is great. Great stuff. In the meantime, I could add some more blocks in here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it as is. Let me see. I'm going to flip back and forth between... I think I'm going to have to scroll up for it. Our forest mock-up. There's some previous versions of the characters. Oh, here we go. So this is what we want the forest to actually look like. I need to figure out how to just add... How do you add just a reference image? into Unreal. I've been meaning to do that for a while, especially for level design. So why don't we figure out how to do that now? Okay, we're gonna do this. Learn something new. I think it's gonna make my life easier when doing this, and I might just leave it. Actually, this is kind of funny. I'm gonna just put it in the scene. This is something we kind of could have done in the first place, but I'm just curious how this will look. I don't think it's gonna work the way I really want it to, but okay, let's save this image. We'll just save it here. No, we don't want it as a web, whatever. How do you create image address, open image in a new tab? Okay, this is how you have to open it. Okay, save it as a PNG. Hopefully a PNG is okay. That should be fine. Call it Forest 3D Layout. Forest 3D Layout, content drawer. I feel like making this is art and materials. I feel like making its own folder because this is kind of work and stuff that I may want to delete later. So we're going to create a new folder. We'll call this reference images. We'll call it reference material. No, it's not material. We'll call it reference images. And then we can import that texture from our downloads folders. All right, so there's that reference image. Now we're going to click it and say create material. And we're going to call this matte _ forest layout reference, I guess. Okay. So there it is. There's a new material. We already have that as a base color. And we want it to remain bright regardless. So we're going to set it to unlit. The default is lit. We'll make it unlit. Huh. And I'm curious to see how this will look. Why are you detached? This is the base color. Let's see what it looks like lit. So that's default lit. Interesting. So unlit, like, oh, let's try this. I want to see what happens. Let's save this. I want to see if that messes it up. Okay, so let's create create a plane mesh. We got a plane, bada bing, bada boom. Set it to 90 degrees. Scale that bad boy up. Let's change its material. Change it to reference image. Oh, that's a mesh. We don't want to change the mesh. My bad. That's a static mesh. The material is what we want to change. There it is. Material forest reference. And it is unlit, so we can't see it. That's no bueno. That's not what we want. So if I were modeling in Maya, I'm going to take a lot of those approaches I use in Maya. So instead of opening and closing the scene, I want to see this whenever I want to see it. So let's check it out. I'm going to check out that and save it. Let's go to our content drawer. Double check this guy again. And let's change it to default lit. We'll just make it lit again. Whatever. There it is. Okay. And it's kind of stretched because it put it on a flat plane. But there we go. I mean, really, it's kind of funny. We could just put this right in the background. In fact, let's test this out. So pretty. And there we go. Look at that. That's our level. Shrink it down. There's the forest level. Kind of doesn't look right. Move this back here off the side. That way you can see. Now we can just, now I don't have to go back and forth between like some other software. I can just see this is how I want it to look. And it's going to make it a little bit quicker so I'm not bouncing back and forth. We'll just leave that there. Okay, this is awesome. Crap, I could start hiding some stuff and just, I could frame this whole image exactly where we want the whole thing to be and just match it, actually. Like if we're looking through this camera, right?